G'day, welcome back to Dad vs Son. And as promised, I'm going on to something different for a little while. And we're going to have a go at Corsair Leader. I've decided I'm going to try and make it through all of the Marine Corps missions. So we're starting with Wake Island. So this is a DVG solo game in their Leader series. Okie dokie. So this is a 1941 mission, US Marines, medium length campaign, expert level. This one's a little bit different to the others because this one doesn't really care about how many victory points you get or anything else. This one is simply how many days do you hold out before you are destroyed. So the only bandits are Zeros, A6M2s. The only aircraft I have are 4 Wildcats with 1 newbie, 1 green and 2 average. I've got 20 SO points to start with and whatever I earn along the way. So, and no replacements either. So the battle for Wake Island began just hours after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Outnumbered and outgunned, the US forces held out for almost a month before being overwhelmed. And in all honesty, these blokes did a bloody wonderful job. Considering the odds that they're against, considering the equipment that they had to fight back with, they did bloody well. And it wasn't just them. They also had some construction worker contractors there who were helping to upgrade the airfield and some of the defences and stuff like that, and also the Pan Am Clipper terminal and all that sort of stuff. So, and originally that's why Wake was beefed up to start with, because Pan Am wanted to use it as a way station on their flights. So, you know, it was a significantly important piece of real estate. And yeah, the Americans were a little bit caught short, but did themselves proud. So special rules for this is we use the 1942 Japanese sights bandits counters, except we have to remove the 2 legendaries. I found one and removed it. If we come across the other, whoop-de-doo. We only draw 1 target each day, and I must fly the mission with at least 1 aircraft, or the campaign ends with a dismal result. After drawing the card, I can purchase gung-ho counters for the Wildcats at a cost of 2 SOs each, and they have to be discarded at the end of the mission if they're not used. And that's what I'm basically keeping my SO points for. At the start of the first turn of each mission, roll once on the island's gun chart, down here, up here, to see if we get any hits on the targets or bombers. Ignore target recon and intel. As you can see, there's no tracks on the bottom of this one. There usually is for the others. And treat every target as having the gung-ho keyword. So 2 of the aircraft that I've picked, 2 of the pilots have a gung-ho already, so that helps. So if a Wildcat is destroyed, do not check for SAR. So that means they've gone down in the water. We can't get out to them because the Japanese are out there. Now, there is an event that says if somebody takes basically a destroyed hit, then give them 2 stress and bring them back. And I've decided that if that occurs, then what's happened is, effectively they've been shot down, but they've been able to limp back and land, even roughly, at the island. Righto, so then we just go through the normal repairs and whatever as required. So, as for the bottom bit here, for each hit that I do not inflict on a target, or for each bomber not destroyed, we have to roll once on this chart, and the effects just basically build up as such. And as you can see here, the 9s is 1 surrender hit and stuff like that. And once we get to 3 surrender hits, or we can't fly a mission, the game is over. So that's it. Okie doke. So the way I've got it set up so that you can see, okay, so I've got the target indicator here. I've got 250-pound bombs, and on the back are the 500-pounders. So each Wildcat can carry 2 250s. And that's it. They cannot carry a 500. Work that out. Okay, a 500 is worth 1 weight, but they didn't have any 500-pound bombs, just 250s. And they can carry a drop tank. That they're not going that far, so it doesn't matter. So I've got some spare gung-hos here. I've got the damage counters here. The normal setup with the event cards, target cards, turn track. The battle map, battle display, tactical display, whatever you want to call it, right here. Up the back here in the tubs, I have got the opportunity targets, which are also called special targets, which are also called something else, depends on where you look in the book or whatever else. So there's a whole 5 of them. Special sites, I think they're called. This is the 1942 pile of things that hurt me. These are the naval target sites. These are just the bombers, because some of the cards are bombing attacks. And then I just have the stress markers up here as well. Over here is where I have my hairy planes. I'll just push this back for the time being. So like I said, I only have 4 Wildcats, and that's it. So I have taken Campbell as the newbie, Wilmarth as a green, and Wiggins and Casavelli as the averages. So I've tried to get a range of people that are at least okay with air and okay for ground. So as you can see here, he has a -3 for air to air to start with, and a 0 for air to ground. So at least air to ground, I can use him. And then he's going to upgrade after 2. So, 1 successful mission if he survives. And he can upgrade. Bacon Wilmarth here is -1 to air to ground, but he's a 0 air to air, so he's at least going in even, and he has a gung-ho. Wiggins is a +1 for both, and he's got the ability to survive a little bit. And then Casavelli is the one that starts off the best as such. He's a 0 for A to A and -2 for air to ground, but he has a gung-ho, and he also has a situational awareness. Okay, so they just come as per usual. Then what I have here, and what I'll do is when we get to any dogfighting, when we get to dogfighting, I'll just bring the camera over like this, and this just marks who's got what. This is the legendary I've pulled off, and again, the dice. 1 pretty red one, 1 pretty white one. Notice I picked up the white one and said red, and the red one and said white. I'm just that kind of guy. Right, so that's it. We are 9 turns into it. No, really, 9 minutes. The aircraft, sorry, one last thing. So the aircraft, the way I've set it up here is so for future missions, basically my fighters will start to scoot to the back, and then, dive bombers, torpedo bombers, whatever else will move through, and they'll just be all sat here so that I can grab them as needed and go from there. Right, final thing is I don't tend to use the player log that comes with the game, mainly because I don't find it suits my needs. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, I'm just saying I'm a stuck-up bastard who uses his own. So this is the one I've done up. So as you can see here, causer, player, leader, player, log. Campaign, Wake Island, whether you're Navy, Marine or Air Force. Can take a total of 15 aircraft. So pilot name, their call sign if they've got one, because some of the counters have the person's surname, others have the person's call sign. So I decided to put both there so I can find the buggers. Okay, and then some are spelt differently, like Casavelli. His counter actually says Casabelli rather than Casavelli. And Lewis, Lewis, his counter says Lewis, Luis. So it's little things like that. The aircraft type, so these are all F4F, Wildcats. Any skills that they have, so as I said, Wilmarth has a gung-ho by 1, and Casavelli has a situational awareness by 1 and a gung-ho by 1 at the moment. What the current level is, what XP they need to be promoted, any cool that they have, aircraft shot down, so you know the ace status and so forth. And then across the top we have 8 days, 2 missions each day, what target is being gone for, and then any XP gained, any SO used, anything like that. And then that all comes down to the bottom here. So we've got our starting SO points at 20, any that we use, total remaining, VPs earned, and total VP. So this gives us our running total along here. And that's it. So that's my current sort of setup. And we'll see how it goes. And you can tell me if it works or you're all getting motion sick from me sliding cameras all over the place. But at least I am sliding them. I'm not going to be lifting and carrying, so there'll just be a lot of this. Okay. So, we'll start here anyway. Dun, dun, dun. Please give me your comments as per usual, okay? I do value them. I do listen to them. I do try and reply to everybody. Sometimes I'm a bit facetious or sarcastic appearing when I reply. I am trying to be humorous. It's a dad thing. It's an Australian thing. We take the piss out of everybody, including ourselves. And I know that our brand of funny sarcasm can be easily mistaken, okay? So, seeing as there could be potentially a different bunch of people watching this than usually watch what I was doing with Combat Commander or what I'm doing with Sun with Undaunted and so forth, it's just an upfront, I'm not a nasty person. I have my sense of humour, okay? Right. So, first things first, following the normal is draw target card. And our first target is light bombers, target 28. We can take 3 aircraft. And effectively what we have is 2 possible bandits in the approach area. Each approach area. And we have 2 bombers in the centre that we have to destroy. If we do that, then we'd usually get 2 VPs and a recon. We're not worried about them because it doesn't mean anything for this scenario. Okay, so let's pull out the bits we need. So first thing is on the chart, we put that it is target 28. We can take 3 aircraft. So at the moment, it's target 28. We need to find 2 B5N2s because they're the bombers. You've got to have the bombers. And as you can see, the bombers are at low... Well, you can't see because I've got them all the way back there. As you can see, the bombers are at low altitude. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the focus to... fat-fingered focus. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay. So they're at low altitude, so we have to go in at low altitude. Remember, in this game, the only aircraft that can change altitude are dive bombers, who can go from high to low as they do their attack because they're a dive bomber. Right, so select target, determine and place sites. They're the sites. Assign pilots. So we've got 3 pilots, and this is an anti-air mission. So let's have a look here at anti-air sort of stats. So anti-air, -3, 0, +1, +0. So we're going to take Wilmarth, Wiggins, and Casavelli because they have the biggest chance of shooting anybody down. And that's all it is. Okay. So they're our people. Wilmarth, I'm just going to put him here for the time being with his gung-ho. Wiggins probably with his yo-ho-ho. And Casavelli with his situational awareness and a gung-ho. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 2 SO points for Wigan to buy him a gung-ho for the mission. So I'll just put it there like that. So everybody has 1 gung-ho. I'm hoping that's going to be enough. But we'll have to wait and see. So pilots have been assigned. Arm aircraft there is not. Draw the target bound event card. So for the duration of this mission, increase 1 pilot's air-to-air stat by 2. Well, that's great. So what I'll do is I'm going to put a 2 beside somebody. And what we have is Wilmarth is a 0. And Casavelli is a 0. Casavelli has a situational awareness. So do I want him to be able to shoot things down fast? And the answer is yes, because he can shoot fast and slow. So let's get him to do that. Okay. And I'll just leave that card there for the time being. Place aircraft. Well, I suppose we'll just come in from here. So there we are. Dun, dun, dun. Every time I look at this game, I get flashbacks to the old 1970s show, The Black Sheep. I loved that show. And I loved how they gave us all the info and stuff like that, and the legendary cards and the patch from the Black Sheep Squadron, all that sort of stuff as part of the Kickstarter. Thank you very much, DVG. I appreciate the work you put into it, and I appreciate the work you're putting into organising replacement bits and pieces for where there's errata. So thank you very much. Okay, that's enough sucking up. Determine and place bandits. Righto. Oop, that's bombers. Bandits and sites. So, as it says, we have 2 bandits in each approach area. So we'll do 2 for the north, 2 for the east, 2 for the south, and 2 for the west. And let's have a look. So the first one is a 0, and it's a veteran. Yay! That's a KI-43, which is no good, because we only have 0s, and a KI-43, and a no bandit. Okay, so here we have a KI-43, a KI-43, a no bandit, and a no bandit. And then here we have 2 no bandits. And then over here we have a veteran, 0, and a no bandit. So we were extremely lucky. We got 2 bandits out of a potential 8. Right, now, before I forget, after talking about it, I need these people down at low altitude, because if I start this at high altitude, I can fly around and I can shoot up the zeros, but I can never actually achieve the mission, which would be pretty bloody stupid. Okay, so everybody but Campbell is flying the mission, so they get 1 XP straight up. Good. Place aircraft, bandits are done, intel air defense, there is nothing, over target event card. So the middle bit, gain +2 on all rolls against the target. Beautiful. So that is the minimum that any of my aircraft are going to shoot at the target, these two, is going to be a +2. Oh, I love it, I love it, I do. Right. Place turn counter in the 1 box. That's done. We can pick this up a bit now, like that. Okay, dive bombers dive to low. No. Fast pilots attack. I have no fast pilots. Sights and bandits attack. There is none. Slow pilots attack. No. Aircraft move. That's what we were waiting for. Okay, so I'll just leave all this stuff back here for him now. And he's there. And he's there. And then bandits move. So this bandit will move forward 1. And this bandit will come forward. And where do we want him to go? And I think because he's a +2 and Casabelli has got a +2, at least we're going to say that Casabelli can look after him. And I'm going to continue to say Casabelli or Casavelli, depending on which I'm looking at, the counter or the card. Rightio, do that, advance the turn counter, we're up to turn 2. That was advance the turn counter, and then we've done all that again. Right. So we're now on turn. Hang on, did I miss something? We were sitting here. Nobody did anything. Move them forward. Advance the turn counter. Right, so that's where we are. Dive bombers dive. No. Fast pilots attack. Righto. So Casabelli uses his situational awareness, so he gets to go first. So let's go over here. Okay. So he is neutral at the moment, in a neutral position, and he's just going to go for an in my sights. This is the one that has the best potential outcome straight up if you don't need to go for a position. Okay. So here we go. His friendly maneuver is a die 10 plus friendly air-to-air, and his friendly air-to-air is 2 because of that bonus he's got. And minus the enemy air-to-air, which is +2, so he's at 0. And he gets a 7, which gives him +1 attack. Right. So again, same thing. Die 10 plus friendly, which is +2, minus the enemy, which is -2, so it's 0, plus the friendly attack number is a 1, so he's at +1, and he needs a guns hit of 8, so that means he's got to roll a 7 or better to kill. And he rolls a 6. So he is going to use his gung-ho. So I'll just take that off the board and put it there. And he's also used his situational awareness, so I can get rid of that. And he has killed a veteran. Yay! So Casabelli gets his first kill. Well done, that man. Right. So that was fast sights attack. Let's come back over here. fast aircraft attack? Now, it is slow pilot's attack. There are nobody to attack. Aircraft move, so we'll come into here, like this, and then we engage. So I think what we want to do this time is we want to put this veteran against whom? Probably somebody with a chance, which makes it, let's go to Wiggins. Wiggins is the only one that has a +1 and a gung-ho for just fighters. The other two have a +2 for the target, and Casabelli has an extra +2 on that. But he would only have the 2 against this guy, bringing it to 0, and no gung-ho if he needed it. So that's why I've gone that way. Okay? So, bandits move, advanced turn counter. Now we're up to turn 3. Dive bombers dive? No. Fast pilots attack? We have no fast pilots. Okay, we've used our situational awareness. That's it. So, the 0 gets to attack first. So, let's come back over here. Use the pretty red dice for him. Okay, so his manoeuvre choice is the die 10 plus his air-to-air value, which is +2. So he gets a 9 +2 at a neutral position is out of the sun, which is really, really horrible. His success for the manoeuvre is the die 10 +2 minus friendly air-to-air. And my air-to-air is 1. So therefore, he is at +1. And he gets a 4 +1, which is 5, which is -1 position. So he is disadvantaged. That was goodish. Okay. So that's it. That's the only one. So the next thing that happens is the slow pilot's attack. So we'll start with Wilmarth. And Wilmarth once again to do an in my sights. Now this is important as well. So if we just come back over here, looking at the bombers. Just getting close for you. There you go. So not only are they a -1, which is great, so it makes them easier to hit, but you notice that their attack values here are all bracketed. So that means that this is return fire from their gunner, and as per usual, the gunners only fire basically to the left and right and to the rear arc. So again, this is another reason against bombers to stay in the neutral position, because if you are advantaged or tailing, they get a shot at you after you've had a shot at them. If you stay here, they don't get a shot. Easy enough? I thought so. Right. So let's come over here. Like we said, so we're doing Wilmarth, who is going for an in my sights. Sorry, I want to have a little bit far for you. And he is a die 10 plus his friendly A to A. Now, his friendly A to A is a +2 for the is a +2 for attack on the target. They all are for attack on the target. So he's at a +2, and the enemy is at a -1. So a minus and a minus means a plus for us. So he's at +3. So he rolls a 3, and 7 is 10, which means he gets +2 attacks. So again, he's at die 10 plus friendly is +2, minus the enemy, so it's +3, +2 there as well, so he is at +5, and he needs a 8 to hit. So 3 or better, and he rolls a 1 because he's just that kind of guy. So he will use his gung-ho, and his was a real gung-ho as well. So his is gone, and he shot down this guy. He goes back in the bowl, and we have shot 1 down, which leaves Casabelli after his bomber. So Casabelli again is going for an in my sights, die 10 plus friendly A to A. So because he's going against the target, he has the +2 that he got right at the start, plus the target +2, so he's +4, minus the enemy 1, so he is +5 just on the manoeuvre. And a 5 and a 1 is a 6, so it's +1 attack. So we know that he's now +6 against his target. And he gets a 7, and 6 is 13, and he only needed 8. So that bomber is gone. Just like that. And Wiggins has shot something down. Okay, now the only trouble is it's Wiggins' turn. Yay! Oh, sorry, that was Casabelli, you twit. Casabelli has shot down 2. And Wiggins is now going after the 0. So Wiggins, again, is going for an in my sights because he's already advantaged as well. So friendly manoeuvre success. Die 10, friendly A to A. And his friendly A to A is +1, minus the enemy A to A is +2. So he's at a -1. And he rolls a 2, -1 is 1. And this is what I mean. So even the worst he gets is a -1 position, which means they are now back to neutral. Okay, so the attack resolution is going to be exactly the same. He's going to be rolling for -1. And dun, dun, dun. He needs an 8, so it means he needs to roll a 9 at least. And he only rolls a 5, but we bought him a gung-ho for the mission! Yay! So he doesn't get it back, he just loses it. So this veteran is destroyed as well. Gung-ho goes back in the pile. Wiggins has done his duty to God, King and Country. So these will all fly home in a moment. So we're going to do the event. During the next mission, do not place bandits until the advance turn counter step of turn 2. Okie dokie. I need to remember that. Righto, so Casabelli back in the box, Wiggins back in the box, Wilmarth back in the box, and that goes away for the time being. Roll for SAR results. Well, nobody got shot down and we're not doing SAR results. Record mission outcome. So back to the funny chart. And as you can see, I've given Wilmarth 1 already for being part of the mission. The mission was a success. So they all get 2. This is the 2 SO points that I used for Wiggins. Casabelli shot down 2 aircraft. Wiggins shot down 1. And Wilmarth shot down 1. Okay. So 2, 2 and 2. None of them can upgrade at the moment. We used 2 SO points, so we have 18 left. And we're going to do we don't need to worry about the victory points, but it's always nice to do them just to get used to doing them, because you don't necessarily get them all that often. So as you can see, we earned 2, so our running total is 2. And that's all it is. That's the end of day 1. We survived day 1. And because this was a success, this gets thrown away and doesn't get used again. Okay. So I think we're on a roll. I'd like to keep going, so we will. If you can always pause, stop, come back if you wish. I hope you stay with us. I hope you're enjoying it, because I am, again, still. So, draw a target card. And we have target 32, a destroyer. So we have the one site in there. It's worth 1 VP, 1 recon usually. We can take 2 aircraft. We need 2 hits on this. And if we had more than 1 target, this is a secondary. It's a naval target, so we use the grey things. It's small and it's -1 turn. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the turn marker on 2 for a start, and go from there. So, okay, select target, determine and place sites. So we use the grey ones, and we have 1 target in the target area, 1 site in the target area, and it is no site. Yay! It's a free-for-all. Wow, I love it. No bandits. Beautiful. Okay. I did miss something. I didn't do the target card stress last time. So everybody got 1 stress. Who did the mission. Okay, it's a normal 1 stress per mission in this campaign. And just so you're aware, I just put the stress there. I don't worry about putting them on the chart. And none of them, like I said, have got a cool, so they all get that 1 stress. Oh, magic, I love it. Righto. Sites done, assign pilots. Right, so now we want predominantly ground attack pilots. So let's have a look. So ground attack wise, we have Campbell, who hasn't flown yet, on 0. Wilmarth's a -1. Wiggins is a +1. And Casavelli is a -2. Now, these 2 get their gung-hos back, remember. I can only take 2 hairy planes with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Campbell, and I'm going to take Casabelli because of his situational awareness and his gung-ho. And he's the one who needs the most to be promoted. Righto. So again, come back over here. Here are our planes, both set on low. Both with 2 250-pound bombs. Okay, so I'll just leave them there. There's 2 on each aircraft. And now I am going to spend 2 SO points for Campbell for a gung-ho. Campbell and Casavelli. Right, target 32. Okay, we is good to go, I believe. Draw target bound event. So we have gain 1 SO point for every day in your campaign. Okay, so this again is different. So what I can only do, as far as I'm concerned, is I will take 2 SO points because I'm on day 2 of this campaign, and this may be, the last one I survive or whatever else. Who knows? So I'll take 2 SO points, and I'll just put that down the bottom as +2 with the -2 that we've got. So we have 18 remaining. So that was good. That paid for good old Campbell's Gung Ho. Okay, placed aircraft, placed bandits, there are none. Intel air defense, no. Over target event card. Add 2 to all rocket attacks. Well, we don't have rockets, so it doesn't matter. Place turn counter in the 1 box, so I've placed it in the 2 box because we have 1 less turn. Okay, dive bombers dive, fast pilots attack, sights and bandits attack, slow pilots attack, no. Aircraft move, so Campbell moves forward, Casabelli moves forward. Bandits move, advance the turn counter. Okay, so this is where, if we had have had bandits, we would have now brought them on due to this, okay? Because this is our second turn, effectively, and that's when we'll bring them in. But we don't have any. Oh, bugger. Okay, so again, same thing. Dive bombers attack, fast pilots attack, sights and bandits attack, there is nothing. Slow pilots attack, no. Aircraft move. Whoops. They both come in with their gung-hos and your situational awareness. Bandits move, advanced turn counter. So it's now turn 4 for us, effectively. And we dive bombers attack, fast pilots attack. So Casabelli will attack using his situational awareness, and he will drop his 2 bombs. Okay, so let's come over here. So 2 dice for 2 bombs. Righto, so Casabelli has a air to ground of -2. And he needs a 9 to hit. Oh, bugger, isn't it? Hey? So he is going to drop his bombs. Oh, look. He missed. So he throws his gung-ho in, and oh, look at that. We've got a hit now. Yeah, I know. Cunning plan, isn't it? And then Campbell goes in. Sorry. Fast pilots, sights and bandits attack, then slow pilots attack. So Casabelli's going to attack first as the slow, and he's a -2 air to ground, but he has guns 8. So if he rolls a 10, he will actually do the second wound to the destroyer. Here we go. And he rolled a 9. He nearly did it. He nearly did it. Well done, that man. Righto, so Campbell will drop his bombs now. And Campbell is a +0. So he needs 9s to hit. And he misses. So it's just as well we bought him a gung-ho. And there's our second hit. So target is destroyed. And we rejoiced. Yay! Okay, so bombs go back. Mission. Pay 2 SO points or roll an attack against 2 chosen aircraft. Well, 1 to 7 is 1 stress, 8 pluses are damaged. I don't like that. We'll pay the 2 SO points. Okay, so it's +2 -4 leaves us 16 SO points. Right, so Casabelli goes back, retains his gung-ho and his situational awareness. Campbell goes back, and this time, let's get it right, O'Brien. So it was a successful mission. So Campbell gets 1 XP, and Casabelli gets 1 XP. That's right. I put that in the wrong spot. Sorry. Right. So mission outcome: victory points, adjust recon, intel, and infra counters, and special operations points. That's all done. So we have received 1 VP. So we're up to 3. Pilot stress. Recovery? No. Add target stress to pilots. So they those 2 pilots get 1 each. So Campbell has 1 now, and Casabelli has 2. Pilot stress recovery, all pilots. So Wilmarth and Wiggins' stress go away. And then record pilot experience and stress. So we have Campbell with 2. He can upgrade, so we'll wipe those out. Rub that out. And let's see what Campbell goes to. Newbie to green.